big client ordered a great deal of paint from us. He wanted to know why he was getting so many tracking numbers. But I just had to straighten that out really quick and then come back and finish the demonstration. All right, first things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Supreme Ambient Light Projection Screen Paint using ambient light technology gain times 12, just reviewing the day. I'm doing this demonstration on a ViewSonic projector. We're doing it at 235.1 because that's what the screen has, a triangle look to it. Projector we're using in this demonstration is going to be my ViewSonic PJD 5155. This projector is, I think, around 3,600 lumens. That's 36 or 32. That's 3,600 lumens. It's a 20,000 to 1 contrast. This projector does 235, 16:9, 16:10, and it does anamorphic and panoramic. I think it does 16. It does do 16:9. Also, too, this projector is 600 by 800 res SVGA, which is really interesting. So we're going to be doing a few demonstrations. Right now, I like to do this scuba diving demonstration because I like how the screen blows up. It has that wide format. So I try to do a different demonstration every day, not the same thing over and over and over again. So sometimes I go in and swap out a different projector or get a different screen I built downstairs, like the techno screen and some other weird stuff we work on over here. This one here is a 235.1, about an 80-inch 235.1 screen. And like I told you before, the only projector I have here that has this capability is the ViewSonic. ViewSonic's had that 235.1 hidden option. This projector right here, like I said, is quite interesting because ViewSonic, when they made this projector, they only gave it a 600 by 800 res at around 720p, but this thing has a 20,000 to 1 contrast. That's insane for a projector to have this, and it has a 235.1 anamorphic lens. So I'm just going to show this off. Every time I come here, I try to do something different, not do the same thing over and over and over again, just to show you different ways on how you can use our technology. Oh, sorry about that. Let me show you how far back my out here. That's what I need to do. Get some measuring tape. My measuring tape. It's on there somewhere. Track down my measuring tape. I know exactly how far away we are from the screen. Let me go here for a minute. I'm not dressed for the day, so I'm just grabbing some stuff real quick to grab out of my armchair over here. So I'm gonna put a few things on so I can walk in front of the camera because I need to find my measuring tape. I want to know exactly how far back we are. Oh, let me show you this screen too. So that's the one I told you I leave my system on all night. That's the one sitting there in front of all those windows, or that window light pouring in on that screen. It looks absolutely fantastic. This one's sitting back 18 feet. So that's 106 inches at 16:9, and then we're over here at 235.1 and 720p. So y'all check that out. I'm gonna go figure out my measuring tape back. What's in the kitchen? It's in the kitchen somewhere where I can actually track it down. So for those of you that are curious about doing 235.1 setup, it's a nice setup, but keep in mind this is a true dedicated setup because you can't run everything off 235. Most stuff is formatted for 16:9. So you have certain select videos and movies that are set to 235.1. So you can't run everything off 235.1 because either the heads or the feet will be missing. Where gonna be my measuring tape? I think I might leave this one up for today. Usually I leave it up for a day. Power, or I just paid my electric bill, which was actually a little bit insane. God always blesses to make a way for me to get things done. All right, so let's grab this measuring tape. I want to see how far back I'm sitting from the screen. And I'm pretty sure my theater room is a good distance from where the kitchen sits. So we are going to be about 13 feet. 13 feet and some change away from the screen. So bring this over here real quick. So there we are at around, no, sorry, 13 feet. So we're 13 feet, bumping the daylights out of my phone because I got it on a stand, and some change away from the screen. So that's 13 feet. In the other room, we got 18. I'll put that right back over there. So 13 feet back. This is usually what this projector requires if you're going to be doing, you got some of my kitchen in there, like my kitchen's in that shot. This is what this projector requires if you're going to do a 100-inch or 235.1. But keep in mind, at 100 inches, you got to be around 13, 14 feet. But this is 235.1, so 235.1, the screen's always going to be shorter in height and longer in length. But those of you, I said, I got some people ask me about doing 235.1, 239.1. These are what you call true dedicated theater screens because, like I said, you're not going to run everything on here. Certain games run in 235.1. If they don't have that true widescreen format, you're going to be missing heads and feet. So it has to be a 235.1 movie and that widescreen kind of panorama kind of setup. Can't watch sports on here, none of that stuff. It ain't going to happen. Unless they set it for the 235.1 format is the only way. Majority of most things run in 16:9, so you're pretty much going to be running on that screen over there. So like I said, these are designed for people who have, when you talk about serious, dedicated theater setups, these screens are set up for certain formats. So they got a certain select movies for these particular screens. Get up in the morning and I get to do this. This is fun. Get to do something I enjoy to do. That's fun. I mean, I got a lot of passion for my work. You got to when you do this. So got some movies loaded up. I was going to run this through the computer, but with my Chromecast it's easier because I can select my movies better or shows or whatever I'm doing. We got well, we're going to get those. I just stopped fighting them. Let them play. I just stopped fighting them.
Building a future worthy of their courage and
yes, let it go fast.
Confident we can do this.
All right, moving on. Getting back to the video. This is what I wanted to set up in my backyard, but after COVID hit, I was like, you know what? I ain't going to bother building it. And, you know, didn't even bother getting around to it. I think I dismantled most of it. But I was going to do a 235.1 in the backyard. Just never got around to finishing it off. I'm going to bring my camera up just a little bit more. Better shot of that 35.1 screen. Now, for those of you who've been asking me questions about other ways besides buying the ViewSonic or setting up a 235.1, the projectors that have that capability, they're expensive. They're really expensive projectors. Or you could go to Root and find a lens adapter that what you're going to usually pay for that particular anamorphic lens. Or some people use the wide angle camera trick. Now it's basically just getting a camera that has a wide angle lens to it and just sometimes trying to configure that to your projector. That's not a good idea because keep in mind it's a camera lens trying to fit over a projector lens. One of the problems you're going to have is the images on the corners are going to become distorted and fuzzy because it's not designed to fit over a projector lens. So you can't do that. So the cheapest way that you can get a 235.1 without it breaking the bank is the ViewSonic projectors. Now, not all of them have that capability. There's certain models that have that. I think it's the 2016 models and up have 235.1. Anything underneath that doesn't have it. So I bought, when I found out that these particular projectors had 235, I bought about 4 of them. I bought the PX747, which was the 4K. Of course, it definitely had it on it. I bought a 4,000 lumen one. I forgot the name of that one. It was 4,000 WXGA projector I bought from them after I bought the 4K. It had it. And then I bought the cheapest one they possibly had, which is the 600 by 800 res SVGA I have over here. that on eBay I got it for 150 bucks, but you can pay for them brand new around, I think brand new price for those things are like 300 and something dollars. 330 or 350 bucks. And it has the 235.1 on it. Now, just so you don't think, I'm doing some camera trick to make it look 235.1. Where the heck is my remote control? Oh, okay. I'm going to get the remote control and hit the menu, because I'm going to show you what's in the menu. So let's go pop over. And, oh man, are we going through this today? Sorry. Codes. So there's codes in these. Keep in mind with the ViewSonic projectors, I'll show you how to do it. There's a way to reset the code. So sometimes if you push one of these buttons by accident, these projectors will lock you out of your remote control, but there's a way to get back into your remote control. I'll show you that later on. We can go to the menu, we can go to the code, we can go to manually. So let me show you manually. If I get to the screen fast enough. There we go, 235.1. Yep, they got that option right in there. So, keep in mind, ViewSonic does not tell you about this option. It is not listed at Projector Central. It is not listed anywhere. On the projector, on the box, nothing. You have to find it out for yourself. That's how I found out. Bought myself a throw ViewSonic projector. So there's another house I wanted to do this 200-inch screen. And going through the options to put it to 16:9. It was a 235.1 staring me in the face. I couldn't believe it. Never since then I was buying ViewSonic projector for 235. All right. Let's go grab another one. We're gonna look at fish all day, do we? No. All right, let's put something else on.
Your hunger just took a critical hit. Boom, baby.
Just show you how far we're back in the environment. Oops, tripping over stuff here. My projector sits back 13 feet back. That's where we're sitting at. That's why it's important to have black technology or any kind of dark technology, number one. But most important, ambient light rejection technology is very important. Very important. If anybody's telling you you don't need it, that has a problem there. One of the things I notice when I see demonstrations where people are saying that you don't need ambient light rejection, they don't do the whole entire demonstration with the lights on. Somewhere in that video, they're going to turn those lights off because they're going to see, and from their end, if any black comes up, any form of contrast, or anything that shows up on that screen, it's going to wash out. So eventually, they'll show a little bit of it with the lights on, but eventually that video will end with the lights out. Because that's the high point of that screen, where I don't have to turn the lights out in here. This is how much direct sunlight a black screen can take in. It is 235.1. I just showed the menu a few minutes ago. So it was 235.1. You want to see what's in the menu? So actually, it is 235.1. It's called 235.1. And yeah, it's actually called 2.35.1, just like you have 2.39.1. Let me show you, since you I love it when these Crow Boys come in. All right, Crow Boy. Let's have a look at the screen. We're going to have a look at the screen real quick. I want you to stay tuned, okay? Just look real quick at the screen. I'm going to show you my setup in here. 2.35.1. There you go. Now, goodbye. Showing you a projector that does 235.1. And that's what it's called, 235.1. 239.1. If you go to projectorcentral.com and you go to 0.1, it will show you the aspect ratio of all the screens that projector may have the capability of doing. If the projector has a 235.1, you can go into that virtual room and you can put in 2.35.1, and that's what will come up. I keep telling you, my Kung Fu is good. Come on now. I haven't been until these projectors I own, like I wouldn't know what 235.1 is. But I do enjoy the Crow Boys. They're quite entertaining. Let's try something that's not 235.1 format. None of these are 2.35.1 format videos. All right, we're just do another one. Do a GE real quick. Actually, it's not so and so and so. It's called so and so and so. Look, he came in that back that quick. Are you obsessed with me? Why do you keep coming back into the room? Go. My goodness. Goodbye. Obsessed. We'll come back into the room. Keep in mind, my channel is set up for adults only. So there's no kids coming in here. So anytime you see somebody come in here saying really childish stuff, that's an adult doing this. So please, you got something else to do better on the day. Do something better today. You're going to come in here and tell me how 235.1, it's called 2.35.1. That's what it's called. It says right there in the menu. I tell you. Already early in the morning, and yes, you are a Crow Boy. Let me tell you something. We don't have anybody else. Well, we have a few big companies that are displeased by what we do. That is a given, but they don't pop their heads up. They would never come on a live stream and start talking. They wouldn't do that. They would email us. They would email us and have a discussion with us. So they would never contact us through a live stream. Never. Either email or call me. Those are the two things we'll do. So the only people we actually do test demonstrations against are high-end or big screen companies, and that's pretty much it. Now, when it comes to the other people who develop screen paints, usually we get a little flack from them because I guess we rise the bar a little high. We're not doing that dark demonstration, poorly lit environments, and all that other nonsense. If you notice, every time you come to watch my demonstrations, they change. We're not using the same projectors. We're not using the same screen. We're doing demonstrations, either outside or inside or this or that. You know, we're doing all kinds of different stuff. But they're not doing that. They're showing the same screen over and over and over again, same environment, and they're saying, look how beautiful it looks. Man, show me something new. So those are people who usually either develop screen paint or their chances are they're Crow Boys. I'm sitting there clicking my mouse like, this is not working. All right, let's drop some color in there. What projector I'm using? I'm using a Panasonic. No, sorry, not Panasonic. Woohoo, wrong one. I'm using a ViewSonic PJD 5155. That is a projector that has a 600 to 800 res SVGA 720p, and it has a 235.1. Interesting thing, like I said about this projector, for it to have 600 by 800 res SVGA, it has a 20,000 to 1 contrast. Is that nutty or what? 20,000 to 1. Got people out there got projectors better than this, and they don't even have a 20,000 to 1, which I found kind of interesting. And ViewSonic did put anamorphic panorama, and they did put a 235.1 option in the ratio. You can do 16:9 on there. You can in 4.3. Oh, and 3,600 lumens. Is that wild or what? 30 on a projector that's 600. At least they could have made it XGA or WXGA, but they made it SVGA at 600 by 800 and put all that on it. That's what I call being extra generous. I'll tell you one thing. I got so used to using lens shifts, man. I had a time just trying to get the projector to fit just right in there because I'm so used to just moving things back and forth and being done with it. All right, let's see. Now, this is BioShock. Yes, it's the old version of BioShock, but this is 235.1 and BioShock. So if you notice, nothing is cut off. You can see the indicator health bar at the bottom over there. You can see how much ammo you have over here. Everything is perfect. This is 235.1 in actual gaming. But this is PC. So on PC, of course, you can configure exactly how you want to view your gaming. Console, on the other hand, I'm sorry, but you can't. You know, you just can't do that. Majority of all console games, not all of them, are set to 16:9. That's what they're set for. They're not set for 235.1. So the only ones that can do 235.1 are PC gamers, because they can go in and manipulate the graphic card. Of course, because they installed it in with the drivers and all, they can manipulate whatever they want. But consoles, you can't go in and do that unless they give you that option from that programmer who developed that game, gave you that option to go into that menu to do so. Now you're talking about having a real dedicated setup. This is a real dedicated setup, because like I said, you're not going to be able to watch every kind of movie off this particular screen. You have to have certain movies that are set for that particular format. And let's not forget the reason why the image looks so amazing, of course, because of the black technology we developed. Whew. I forgot how racist this game was. If you have never played freaking BioShock Infinity, it was something else. It was interesting. It was really freaking interesting. Let's just put it that way. I'm a fan of BioShock and always will be a fan of BioShock. No matter what I played. In a while, man, I was like, wow. I hope they come with another BioShock. I kind of like the one that was made under the ocean, man. That had more adventure to me than the one they made when you're in the sky, when you're in the air. I mean, it was a different setting, but there's something about being underwater. I loved it. I don't get what you mean by textured pattern. I don't get what you mean by that. I don't understand what you mean by textured pattern. What do you mean by that? Because are you talking about a textured surface? Are you talking about orange peel, stucco? Is that what you're talking about? Because I don't know what you mean by textured pattern. It's AR painting on a textured pattern. What do you mean by that? You gotta explain that one, because keep in mind, my friend, I do live paint on demonstrations all the time on here and on Facebook Live. So if you've seen how I painted a screen, yeah, that would scratch your head on the comment you probably just made, because I don't understand what you're talking about. Oh, you thought it was a surface? Oh, you thought the technology we have here is a surface. No, this is a paint, man. It's no surface. Oh, you must be new. You have to be new, because you have not seen any of my paint on demonstrations. You can come out of this video right here and go check my art, guys. I got plenty of paint on demonstrations in there. No, it's not a whatever you call it. No, it's not that. Professional high-end screens already that use AR technology. Oh, first time. Interesting, Ken. Your name is near mine. Are you a Crowboy, Ken? Crowboys like to use my name. You're obsessed with my name.
My mother, she'd tell my sister Maya and me, don't sit around
Are
and
you
complain
obsessed?
about things.
I think you have part of my name. Usually the Crowboys like to use my last name, my first name. First name and last name they like to use.
high-quality preschool, advancing racial equity.
If you are, you're welcome to come in. I'm not going to block you. I want you to come in and watch.
Courage and their ambition.
That's what I want.
You can do this.
Because I know they like to come in and ask questions. I do enjoy answering their questions. Because they always use my name, always. So, if you are a crow boy, I'm curious. Now, usually in most demonstrations, you're not used to seeing this much light in the environment. Man, my technology doesn't even fit. What you think that AR is used for, I'm beyond that, my friend. We do demonstrations outside when we test our AR technology on 1,000 lumen projectors at 12 feet back. So I'm not in that category. If you're trying to put me in that category of what AR is, what I see, the ambient light rejection demonstrations I see are fake. And I'll tell you why. Because I did see a few demonstrations by some companies that were claiming to have AR, ambient light rejection technology. How do you have ambient light rejection technology when you're using high-powered projectors in poorly lit environments that are peppered out to the environment with little bits of light to give the attenuation like the room is actually well illuminated when it's not? It's just basically a setup. So keep in mind, when I watch these demonstrations, this is an environment that's set up to make the screen look good. It's an average, like a living room. They got a living room setting. They have the lights set in different areas. All that's played out to make the screen look fantastic. And then they have a high power projector hitting the screen. None of that light is making physical contact with the screen. That's why I do demonstrations outside, because there is no way to protect your screen from any. No, we don't fit in that category of what these traditional screens consider to be ambient light rejection, because they don't do our demonstrations. It's definitely not outside. So that's why we don't fit in their category. Now you can try to feed all that information that you get from these companies, how they explain how their ambient light rejection technology works. But until they actually go outside with a 1,000 lumen projector and produce an image all the way around, 90-degree angles, and showing that screen well crystal clear, that's the only way. One of the demonstrations I did see on Elite screens, and like I said, I wasn't impressed by it, that the hallway that they were doing, they were coming in to do the demonstration, had more physical light than the actual room where the projectors were sitting, where the screens were set up. And I noticed that all the screens were sitting right in front of the windows. They were blocking out a ton of the ambient light. Any form of lighting in the environment, like lamps and so forth, were placed beside, like the back, near the back of the screen. So it really wouldn't hit the screen. It would just give off that illuminating light around it. And then I noticed that they were using a lot of short throws, a lot of very little, hardly any long throws in there. Most of them were short throws and ultra short throws in that setup. I guarantee a majority of those projectors were probably all of them were 4K. And they're probably somewhere running between probably 3,000, 4,000 lumens easily. And you're struggling in that environment with in that dark cave. Oh, come on, please. You got to challenge your stuff, man. And we got this stuff here. How much does it cost to paint 120 inch? $160. That's what it costs. $160 to paint a 126 inch screen. Anything, what you could think of. What could you possibly think of you want to paint it on? I've done styrofoam screens. Matter of fact, that's a piece of plexiglass right there, which is going to be coated in a couple of days. That technology is a little different. That's front and rear black technology, which means you could put a 5200 lumen projector in the back of that screen. It could push an image right through it and cut down 99%, which I'm planning to do. But anyway, you can paint on anything you want. We have fixed frame screens. I did motorized projection screens. Check out the demonstration on that. Matter of fact, I did the demonstration on the motorized screen outside for kicks. We did a screen door. Actually, you got to check out the techno screen that I built from basically using pieces of screen material, scrap wood. You could paint cloth. I had the driveway screen out front, 180 inch out in the back. I've done wood, I've done glass, pretty much sheet metal, whatever you could think of, you could paint it on. It's up to you. That's the whole purpose of the technology, to give you the ability to think outside the box. So you're trying to figure out that I have to paint it to this particular surface. Some people, they go over to Amazon, and we got these screens that we buy over there. One guy right now is doing, I think, a 250 inch, And that screen's going to cost him $148. So I showed people how to paint those screens. Very easy to do. Like I said, check out the demonstrations. Go to eBay. I went to eBay and bought a $68 motorized projection screen, coated it with our technology, used it to beat a $3,000 Dark Star 9. It's up to you. It's up to you. The sky's the limit. It's up to you. Whoops! What did I just trip over? Oh! It's up to you on what you want to paint it on. It's all up to you what you want to do. These are orders going out today. I'll cover that label up right there. Yeah, I'm telling you, we get orders out tomorrow. These are the ones for one customer today. These are the rest of the orders that came in last night. All these, they're all orders. All those are orders. Back here, all orders. It's all orders. The guy was trying to tell me about, do I know my projectors? You see stuff I have over here, man? Panasonic, Sony, ViewSonic, knockoff projectors. Yeah, we test knockoff projectors to see if they work on the product. Those have been asking, can I use this projector? No, you can't. Old BenQ relic projectors. Old projectors. Know why we use these? Because we can pull this image up on that screen and look incredible. Any one of these is a cakewalk. Sony. Here's another Sony right here. Christie projector right there. Ultra short throw. I use that for floor displays. Got an Optima GT56 upstairs for my office. What else? There's a ViewSonic right there. Another Christie projector there. Christie Ultra short throw there. Yeah, so all I do is buy projectors. I just bought 2 more today, and I'm still trying to figure out whether or not. See, the thing about it is the reason why I have so many projectors, because you have to be able to test your product on everything. That's why when people see me have these old junky, trashy computers, not computers, but projectors that nobody will buy. These things are old. You got to be able to show. I'll answer that question in a few minutes. You have to be able to show that you can make any projector look good, not the knockoffs. Well, actually, we did do a knockoff projector. Somebody had a Chinese knockoff projector, and it worked on our technology where we posted it on our website. We actually added it to the list because they could prove it. They showed pictures, they could prove it. It was that projector came with 3 models, and they were able to prove one of the models did show up. So we were able to post it. As for, no, I would not brush that screen on. You roll them on. Any form of screen paint you do, you should roll them on, and use a nap roller. Do not use foam rollers. Foam rollers will mark your screen up. Do not want to use foam rollers at all. Foam rollers is a bad idea when you paint your screen.
100% whole grain, meat tasty cheddar cheese flavor.
You can spray it on too. You can use a paint sprayer. Some people use paint sprayers. They're doing large applications. Keep in mind, if you're doing a screen over, well, if it's taller than you, just put it this way. If it's taller than you, I suggest you wear safety glasses. And I'm going to tell you why you want to wear safety glasses if you're spraying a screen that's taller than you. Now, this screen right here, if I was spraying this, I'd have safety glasses on. Because when you're spraying a screen, eventually some of that residue is going to come down. And it's going to come down in your face. I learned that the hard way when I did a 180-inch screen in my living room. I took the paint sprayer and I did like this back and forth. And of course, it hit the screen, but it bounced off. Something bounced off the screen and caught me in the face. So you definitely want to wear some safety glasses and definitely wear a some kind of face covering for your mouth to protect you from breathing anything in. Keep in mind, if you're spraying this in your house, I advise people to spray it outside because that residue is going to come down, and it's going to come down everywhere. So you have to treat your house like a crime scene. Everything has to be covered in plastic, and then you're going to have to wipe everything down in the house just to make sure you got all the residue. So it's a lot of work. We can just roll it on and just be done with it. If you're curious how to do a roll-on motorized projection screen, I have a demonstration showing you how. I have a demonstration showing you how to do the fixed frame screen. I actually painted the screen twice right here to show people how to do it. But you can paint it on just about anything you want. That's all. Quick, fast, easy. That's it. No way in the world you can mess it up. Your kids can paint that screen for you. I gotta get my buddy down here. I got one of my god kids. Should have did this a long time ago. I was supposed to do this, but COVID hit, and now, you know, I'm going to have him come down and help me paint a screen, but he's got I got to think about that one right there. Tell you the truth, I really got to think about that one. Should have did it before COVID hit. Man, you're dropping numbers in here. Mat roller, everyday basic mat roller. Use 9-inch or use a 12-inch mat roller. That's all you need. You gotta watch my demonstrations. Go back, look at my demonstrations. You will see the rollers that I use. 9-inch rollers. That's all you need. There you go. This is what I use in my screens. Not expensive, not costly, not name brand, just everyday cheap rollers. That's putting too much work into it. I seen people come on there. You know, I don't blame you because I see people come on there and say, well, you got to have this special roller. It's got to have this special kind of surface to it, and you know that's the only way you're going to get a really smooth texture from the screen. That's bull. That's bull. Any roller. I buy Dollar Tree rollers. See how smooth my screen? Look at my black screen right there. Look how smooth that screen looks. Dollar store rollers. Illustrations where people were showing these screens how to build a frame. Like literally, seriously, like you had to take up freaking trigonometry, microphysics, and all that other crazy stuff in order to just build a frame. I'm going to pull out the T-square. You got to make sure the measurements are still blah, blah, blah. Why don't you just explain the Saturn, the moon, a little bit of philosophy in there, and maybe some astronomy so we can just put the screen together. It's just easy, man. Just boom, 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 boom. It's like building a frame. That's all you're doing. You're building a picture frame. That's all you're doing. If you can't figure out, you can't figure out the size exactly, go to Projector Central, projectorcentral.com. Copy and paste your projector's model number. Go into Projector Central. There is actually a search bar at the top. Paste your model number there. And then you go over and it will show you a list of links. If you either the first or the second. Hit that link. It will show you the specifications of everything that's in your projector, what it is, blah, 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 blah. At the bottom, you'll see a little calculator that says distance calculator. You click on that. That will bring you into a virtual room that will allow you to be able to take your projector and move it back and forth and change your settings, whether you want it had build a screen at 16:9 or 16:10 or 235.1 or 239.1. That'll be right there on the corner. And as you move your projector back and forth, the screen will actually go from low to high, back and forth. Now, if you pull back 13 feet, it'll give you the length and the height of your screen and diagonally of what the picture size you're going to get from it. Very easy. So when you go buy your wood at Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever you're going to go, you cut it to that measurement that the screen gave you. Go get yourself some fabric. Use any kind of fabric. I built the screen using wood and bed sheets. A bedding with a bed sheet. So it proves that you don't have to go out and spend all this money for this expensive blackout cloth. Why would you spend money for blackout cloth to begin with? Who cares if it has a 2.1 or a 1.1 or a bed sheet? Same thing. Literally, same thing. So instead of you going out and doing a 120-inch screen, you're probably going to pay somewhere maybe 40, 50, depending on whose name is on it, for this blackout cloth surface. When you can just go to Walmart and spend $9.44 for a king-size bed sheet and do the same thing. But before anybody says, that's crazy, like I'm about to sell you a car when I said that. I'll show you. Because you gotta back it up. People think you're crazy, you can't back it up. Like, nah, there's no way in the world you can build a projection screen out of a bed sheet. That guy's absolutely nuts. Setup and build a screen using a bed sheet. Why? Would anyone do that? Who does it? Builds a screen using a bed sheet. That's absolutely nuts, isn't it? I would think so. That'd be absolutely crazy for someone to build their screen using a bed sheet. Right? Yeah, I think so too. So, that screen right there in the center is a bed sheet projection screen. Let's put on some colors. How about that? Put on some nice pretty colors. I don't do this to be sarcastic. I'm having fun. I'm having a ball. So that's the whole thing. So do you go out and spend all this money for Carl blackout cloth? You know how expensive that stuff can get? That's pretty expensive. I mean, come on, you're gonna paint over it anyway. So you go out and you drop 50, 60, 70, 80, even $90 for some blackout cloth. Because, you know, you figure you want the best picture quality from your projector, and the best way to do that is with this blackout cloth. That's a $9.44 bed sheet right there on that screen on our technology. And I'll show you. And not only is it a bed sheet, but it's a printed bed sheet. There you go. So we can bring the camera down here. I'll knock over my stuff, and you can see that for yourself. Yep, that is a printed bed sheet right there that I bought from Walmart for $9.44. Didn't even bother getting the gray or white one. I got one that was printed because I figured that'd be funner to have fun with. And just to show you how beautiful the technology looks on it, that's why I put it right against the screen. Look how smooth the image is. Nice and smooth. Bed sheet. Spend all that money for a screen that you could basically go down and buy a bed sheet and do the same thing. And the same thing goes for if you want to use tarp, same thing. Now, for those of you probably say, well, maybe if I want a bigger screen, I might want a screen big enough that may be well past the size of a king size bed sheet. Well, then you go over to Amazon, and they have these portable outdoor screens. I've actually did one for the driveway out there. They make them up to 300 inches. You could take that, tighten it around a frame. I'm gonna tighten it around a frame, and you just staple it down in the back, cut off the grommets, and that's it. You can get a 150 inch for $48. A lot cheaper. You don't have to have that particular cloth. That's the beautiful thing about the technology. It's designed to pretty much coat anything. And look at the white levels on that screen. Boom. Cheers. The streams, I do. I love streaming. As I said before, my kung fu is good. So I just showed you how you can save a ton of money using a bed sheet. Where to order? Well, when this video is over, I'll put that information at the bottom. We can order the product from, or you can just come out of this video and just go to any of the other videos I have in my archives. You just click on any one of those links and it'll take you right to the website. We can process your order, process it today. It'll ship out tomorrow. You have in 2 to 3 business days. Keep in mind, we cannot ship overseas due to COVID-19 because of restrictions on PayPal. They're just not allowing us to ship out overseas. We've had people literally from other countries have it shipped to a U.S. address and just come pick it up, or have them ship it. They will buy from a U.S. address and just have them ship it over there. That's that huge order you're seeing on the table. That goes from overseas. So basically, he went in and bought a whole bunch of paint from us. We're shipping it to a U.S. address, and then they're going to ship it back over there. I love his music.
Right now, America's seniors are living what should be their golden years inside. They can't travel, can't spend time with their grandkids. They've earned the right to a peaceful retirement, and they deserve a president who knows every moment is precious.
Can't do anything about that. It's not about political or anything. It's just whatever's coming up, whatever's coming up. This is what's beautiful about this technology. This is 720p. I keep forgetting, this is 720p we're using. No 1080p, no 4K, 720p only. Same black technology. Just want to show you what our screen can do. Fully lit environment. Look at all the light pushing through on that screen. And this projector sits back 18 feet. So you talk about developing technology, true ambient light projection technology. You don't have script environments that are designed to make the environment. This is not all script. This is my living room. This is my home. So this isn't all scripted out. So we can have this in the studio, set the screen up, set the projector up, put the light in around, make it look like a, and we're showing you the product. This is what other people don't want to do. They don't want to do demo. That's why the technology we develop is way far more superior than any gray screen paint or any professional screen. Before you start saying, okay, you're running your mouth. Well, Dark Star 9 by Leaps and back up our technology. Look how beautiful that looks. If you had a gray screen, you couldn't pull that off. No way in the world. You'd have to be in the dark to do that one. Can't pull up that true black atmosphere. Gray Cinema 5D. Cheap screen paint mix. And of course, you gotta pull up bright colors. Yep, that's gonna happen. But when it comes to contrast, it ain't gonna happen. The Dark Star 9 is gonna pull contrast very because it's a Dark Star 9. It's a $3,000 screen. That's the reason why that screen costs more than the Gray Cinema 5D or the other screens they develop because it's a darker screen. It's going to cost more money. Let's go back. I'll pause this right here. We are going to bring up our Cinema Gray 5D. So what I mean by you have to be in ambient light controlled environments. We have too much light in here. That's the problem. This screen is going to do much better because if I sit there and talk about, oh, well, light gray screens because the color is brighter, it's better, they boast on that. No, even elite screens, top screens are dark. They're not light. See it now? Now let's go with that cheap mix. We use that. We have too much light in the environment. Screens are used to being in ambient light controlled environments. They're not used to being this kind of in light. So this is why they're having that problem. This is why you're seeing them this way, because they're not used to being in this kind of lighting. When I show you that demonstration where we had that black technology next to black paint or black fabric, and we show off the white levels, we have to test our black technology against other black surfaces when it comes to white levels to see which one produces a higher white level and how much we need to improve the white levels on our technology. When we see this with gray screen paint mixes, one of the things we notice that we never see side-by-side demonstrations with other forms of different gray screens. And one of the things that we do, if they do the demonstration, it's mainly going to be on high bright colors. That's something that these screens are designed to do anyway, because the screen's light, you know what I mean? It's going to pick up a brighter white image. What they should be showing you is contrast levels. That's what you should be seeing, dark levels, because that's what these screens lack. Where a black screen is supposed to lack white levels, and that's why we do that demonstration, to show you that our product can produce a higher white level than another black surface. See? These are demonstrations done right, not done cutting corners. Good thing I decided to screw this thing in. All right. Yeah, we knew that was coming. That great screen print mix was like, nope, 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 nope. I've seen these demonstrations before. You're not doing this to me. It's not going to happen. It's going to happen. Now, stay up this time. You're going to stay. You're going to stay. I'm going to press you in real good. We got the heavy Velcro, so that I should have pressed a little heavier on that. There we go. Now they're not going anywhere. They were like, nope, nope, nope. Seen that one before. I've seen these videos. I know what you do with us. That's not going to happen. We're getting out of here now. Now, at least the other screens, like I said, are picking up some form of contrast. But gray and whatever screen paint, that stuff doesn't pick up. I used to develop this stuff back in 2012. So I know automatically what this stuff does. We didn't get into black technology until 2014. That's when we started developing black technology. And I've told y'all this story. The reason why we got into converting everything over to darker technology is because that sample sheet I got from a buddy of mine from Screen Innovation, that blew my mind right there. I really thought when I was developing that form of kind of light gray or silver screen paint that I was really developing some real serious stuff when I wasn't even close to it. Wasn't even close until I started working with black technology, started working on that. So the time it took us to be able to develop the 12, we started researching black technology in 2014. You know how long that takes to get to this point, to be able to perfect the product where we can produce good white levels and it just all around looks amazing on just about anything you throw at it, except for no knockoffs. That takes time and it takes dedication to do it. And check how many demonstrations we did on black technology. So as you can see, cannot pick up any contrast at all. Now, of course, yeah, they're going to pick up brighter colors. It's a lighter gray screen, you know what I mean? It's going to pick up brighter colors. Wait, I already have this video on here, don't I? I do.
Ta-da! Did you know Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need? I should get a quote. Only pay for what you need.
Oh, you see the faded color? Yeah, they don't pick up color well either. Now the white levels pick up pretty good. Now watch when we hit the color. See how high the white levels are on our technology? That we can pick up bright, beautiful images. But you would think the black technology would come out so dark that you couldn't see the image at all. That's what somebody was trying to push. They were trying to say, well, that you use black technology, your images are going to come out so dark you won't be able to see it. I can see my screen crystal clear. With no problem whatsoever. But that's the picture they try to paint by saying, look, you invest in that black technology, you won't even see the screen. It's going to be so dark you couldn't make out anything. Look how much detail and how much color you have here. And look how faded and washed out it looks here. There's your gray screen paint mix right there. You see the Dark Star 9? You get what you pay for the Dark Star 9. That's a $3,000 screen right there. But the contrast doesn't come in too well with it. Our screen's going to produce contrast because it's black. That's a Gray Cinema 5D. Oh, that decided to go. Not today. Come on, buddy. I'm giving you good points here. Giving you good points. That is a Gray Cinema 5D. Now keep in mind that screen is lighter than my screen. If I stand in front of my projector, you can see how light that screen is. Now watch when I move away. Our levels would have to be extremely high to be able to just come nearly to blend it into that screen. I'll get up real close so you can see it. Where are the Crow Boys at? Crow Boys, please come in. I want you to watch this. I invite them. I don't block them out. I want them to come in. When they start acting stupid and saying dumb stuff, then that's when I start blocking them. But other than that, they come and sit down, be quiet, whatever. They can ask a few questions here and there. I don't mind. I want them to come into the room. I want them to see this. I want to show them how demonstrations are done correctly. Not cutting corners, not doing all kinds of fake dumb stuff in your demonstrations, doing the real deal. There's no way in the world you can get around this demonstration. You got my screen, cheap mix, high professional projection screen, high professional projection screen, projector. You got my distance on how far my projector pulls back, how much ambient light we have in the environment, and I'm up close so you can see it personally live. You saw my hand snap the same time I just snapped it. No magic trick. So this is what I need these Crow Boys to look at. This is how it's supposed to be done. But when you take our product and you mix black paint into it, and I've seen people what he did, because keep in mind, I did that demonstration yesterday showing black paint next to our technology on a snowstorm. Boom, white image pulled up beautifully. So if this image was so dark as it was claimed to be, you wouldn't be to see any of this. You wouldn't be to see none of this at all. None of this at all. All this would be so dark you couldn't see it. But not only can you see it, you're looking at it right next to a screen that's lighter than my screen. You want to do demonstrations, you got to do them right, because after a while you'll get outed as what you are. Let's go off real quick. See how the contrast level is supposed to be dark? All this is where how the image stands out, because you need that contrast to push that image out. See how faded and washed out it looks here? You'll pick up the bright colors, but you can't pull the contrast levels that are needed to make the image pop. See how the image pops here? See how it doesn't pop here. That's why they don't point that out to you. They don't show you that. All that area right in here, all this contrast that makes that image pop out, that make the image stand out. Faded and washed out. That's what they should be explaining to you. Not sitting in the dark trying to show you that. This is how it's supposed to look. Let's go over to black level. Matter of fact, let's go over to, let's see. We're just going to nail it with a straight blue screen. Just blue. You see that? It can't even pick color up. Because there's no contrast in the screen. That's why they can't pick up color. I'm going to show you something real quick. Hold on. I'm going to show you something. Now, most people say, oh, do a white level. I love doing the white levels. I don't shy away from that. I like doing the white levels. We're going to do a white level, right? We're going to do a white screensaver. Now I'm going to show you something. We're going to do the white screensaver, and we're going to show you the white levels next to a gray screen. Oh, forgot to hit that. Sorry about that. Now, I should have showed you this one first. This is what I should have showed you first. Now, if you look at the white levels, right? Most people, when I show them this demonstration first, the first thing that pops into their head, they think, okay, so the white levels are much higher on these screens. So that means that if I show any color, any other color, my screen should definitely come, these screens should come up much brighter because they're producing a higher white level, right? That's what you're probably thinking. Higher white level means the images are going to be brighter and they're going to be whiter, right? You're going to have brighter yellows, brighter greens, and so forth, right? That's not true. That's really not true. Actually, you're producing too much white light and your image is going to come out faded, as I showed you in the blue. So if we go back to the blue screen, you would think you would produce a brighter blue than the black's white level, where your image is actually faded. Much like when I showed you on the goldfish, the fish in the aquarium, how the images were faded, the colors were faded. That's what you actually get from these screens. That's why if you look at the darker screens will always be more expensive, whether it be Elite, Black Diamond, DMP Supernova, their top screens are dark. Now, as I said before, anyone who's developing a light gray screen paint or whatever they're developing, keep in mind, not just that particular individual, there are other people out there who develop gray screen paints besides just that one person, all right? Sooner or later, that company is going to switch over to a darker technology, much like Daylight did. Daylight switched over to the Paxton, which is a darker screen. DMP Supernova went to the Blade. We go over to Elite Screens. They went over to, what's the screen they went over to? They went into the Dark Star 9. So everybody's going to switch over to darker technology. Now, the hard thing about it is that it'd be interesting if Elite Screens was preaching, like saying that, no, stay away from this black technology. It's bad. It's this, that, and the other. It's so and so and so. It's dirty. It's muddy. You want to stay away from it. You want a clean picture, so and so and so. Then they'd be shooting themselves in the foot, because then they couldn't open up to new and interesting ideas, because you built up so much of a strong campaign on this particular form of technology that you can't go and develop it now, because that would be considered to make you a hypocrite. So if this individual who preached so much about this black technology being so bad, he couldn't develop one himself, because that would make him a hypocrite, because you preached to your audience that it's such a bad thing to stay away from it, but yet you develop it yourself because you know that the technology that you have is obsolete or becoming obsolete. That's why you have to think outside the box and be open-minded. Because when I was developing gray screens, much like that, back in the day, I didn't basically put out a campaign about black technology or darker technology because I saw Black Diamond's technology, that gunmetal. I didn't go out and put out campaigns saying, oh, that's garbage, that's trash, it's too dark, and this, that, and the other. This is the way you want to go. No, I actually got the technology there and looked at it and go, wow, that is amazing. What can I do to be on that level? And that's what I started building on. Let's go to red. Interesting. I know that when I have and I tell people this, I don't need a lot of people in my room to watch these videos. These videos are actually broadcasted on a lot of places that actually have audience that come in and watch. So I don't need to have 10, 20, 30, 300 people in a room. I don't need that. These videos are used for promotional advertisement on my technology, which means this technology that I'm working on. And they want to see something live. They want to see something realistic, nothing scripted. That's why you see me pulling stuff out saying, well, I wasn't going to do this today, but let's throw that in there anyway. Because let's do things as I go along. So we're going to go in and we're going to put in red. See, this is what I was trying to tell you. You're not getting a lighter screen, you're getting a faded image. That's what you're getting. And the reason why it looks so good to you, because you don't see a higher form of technology standing in back of it. If I take a gray screen and I just hit it with a projector, that's all you're going to see. You're not going to see the upsides or the downsides of that technology. You're just going to see exactly what it is. That's why I do all these different demonstrations and all these different sample sheets and all this crazy stuff on different forms of projectors. So when I do come out there and just show off my black screen, someone can come there and go, well, nope, there's a video for that. There's a video for this. There's a video for that. There's a video for that. There's a video for this. What else you want? There you go. There's red on your on a screen. Now we got two gray screens here. How is it the black screen produces a lower white level, but it produces higher color or richer color? This is what OLED figured out. But of course, you're gonna get higher white levels on a TV anyway. Let's see if we go for. Let's go for the color green. We did green. You know what? Let's do gray. Gray is interesting because these screens are gray, right? So that would be interesting. You gotta really be careful about asking for the color gray because something else will pop up. I have to put in a gray screen. You definitely don't want that. So now we're putting in the color gray. Is that interesting or what? How is it a black screen producing a gray image better than a screen that's actually gray? Let's just scratch your head about that one. That's an interesting one, isn't it? All right, let's go in and let's pull up. What color should we choose? Well, we're supposed to do green, so let's do the color green. Color green. Let's see what we get on this. Ooh, it's getting kind of hot in here. I gotta turn my air conditioner on. It should do fairly well in green. Let's see what happens. No, they don't do well in green. Makes you think, don't it? Makes you think a lot. That's why I like to show the white levels first. Because the first thing people see when they see the white levels, they bet, bar none, that if I pull up any color, that the gray screens are going to produce a higher and brighter image than the black screen. This is when I explained to you that when you go home, or you're probably home already, most of you are home anyway, and you go home and turn on your projector, if you have a gray screen, you're not really getting what you think you're getting from your projector. You're getting that. That's what you're getting. Purple. Let's go with purple. Purple. Red and yellow and green. Ooh, you know what? Let's put up pink. I'm gonna put pink. I want to see a pink screen. Let's do a pink screen. Let's have a couple pink. Well, we got different shades of pink in here. This is gonna be nice. All right, we got different shades of pink. Let's pull up pink, see what we get. That kind of came out purplish, but still. In here. All right, pull this one up. You do not want me to pull up a black screensaver because you don't want to see the outcome of that one.
A lot more than smudging dignity. In my plan, 50% of emergency.
I said it can pull the white level. The only problem is when it comes to the color, it's washed.
Building a future worthy of their courage and their ambition.
So that is pink, or light pink. If we wanted to do let's see, if we wanted to do a matrix screensaver, what would happen if we do the matrix on here? Let's see what happens if these screens can pull a matrix screensaver. Good. How about this? How about we do we get really interesting. Let's do the goldfish. No, that doesn't come out too well. Let's try another one. Let's see what we got going on here. Nice, beautiful color, some abstract. See what we get out of that. Keep in mind that background's black, so. we go. The night sky. Now, imagine if you had any one of these screens, the Mix, the what's that screen right there? That is the Elite Screen Dark Star 9 or the Gray Cinema 5D, and you had a 235.1 coated with any one of these screens. This is the image you would be getting without our technology. Oh, by the way, the projector I'm using right now has a 20,000 to 1 contrast. Just want to put that in there so you know. I forgot to tell you that part. If you want to look it up, it's the ViewSonic PJD 5155. You can check on it for yourself. Go to projectorcentral.com, type in that model number PJD 5155. You will notice that so for those who were saying that even if you have a 20,000 to 1 contrast on your projector, you could still pick up black levels on a gray screen. It's not going to happen. Just to tell you, you can see it right there for yourself. It's not going to happen. Get brutal here. Let's do the star field. Star field demonstration. Now, keep in mind, I'm not saying this one particular individual, but anybody who develops a gray screen paint like this, if you feel that this demonstration was not done properly, then you can do the exact same demonstration yourself by taking your product and painting it on a surface and doing a demonstration just like this and showing that your screen can produce a contrast level. And do not do this with the lights out. Do this with the lights on. And it'd be nice if you could do that side by side to another gray screen, which would be pretty nice. Again, that's not going to happen. But let's move on. Because usually when I see those demonstrations where they're trying to display contrast, always in the dark.
Right now, America's seniors are living what should
We're going to get these commercials. So I got tired of turning the camera to the side. Whatever.
Kids spend time with their grandkids. They've earned the right
We're not going to talk about any political nonsense in here. We're not. Everybody is neutral.
Every moment is precious.
It's a neutral zone. So there's outer space right there. So all I want you to do, I want you to paint your screen. Anybody who develops a gray screen paint has a gray screen. Just go in. Sorry, it's my drinking cup there. Just go in and just paint your screen. And I want to see a star field demonstration. See how the Dark Star 9 is coming up dark? It's picking up contrast. That's why the Dark Star 9 costs $3,000 and the Gray Cinema 5D would cost you somewhere between $1,400 and $1,500. That's why the Dark Star 9 can pick up darker levels. Better contrast. Now the darkest screen we make is called a Platinum Eclipse. It is so dark the screen looks like it's black. A lot of people thought they're black, but it's actually a very dark gray screen. And I told you before that people were asking me, well, you know, you got that dark gray screen. How's the contrast on that screen? That contrast on the screen is freaking insane, but it's never going to match a black screen. That's all to it. I don't care if you have the darkest gray screen on the face of the planet, it will never match the contrast of black. Just like if you got a white screen, and there's no screen out there that's going to match a white screen, that's impossible. Gray screens, light gray screens, kind of, I don't know, to tell you the truth, I don't even know where they fit. Now, let's recap that again. Let's go to our white screen. There we go. There's our white screen. Oh, someone actually showed off her screen. It was just darker than that. It was just so dark. All right, now we're going to go over to, I think that was a package. It just came from me. I'm still waiting for my stuff to get here. Well, I got an interesting story to tell you at the end of this one. We'll go to blue. All right, see we're not getting any colors from that blue at all. I'll show you something real quick. Watch this. Voila. Yeah, the screen paint behind you. That's that ambient light projection technology in all those windows. Look how beautiful those colors are popping up. See how beautiful that looks. Beautiful colors. But if that was a gray screen, it'd be coming up like that. That's what you'd be getting. The screen would be washing up. That's why you gotta get them blackout curtains. All right, let's pull some red up. See if we can get some brighter images from red. The reason why I do these colors is white levels first. Because I love it when people come and they go, well, the white levels are higher. Of course, it's going to show better color. The colors are going to be more brighter, more beautiful, more vivid. No, they're not. They're going to be washed out and faded and bland. Today we're showing solid red. No abstract colors in between, nothing to camouflage what you need to see. None of that. That's why I like to do these straight colors, because most of the time when people are showing up to demonstrations, you can't see those little black levels. You can't see those white levels. You can't see it. You need to see it dead on. That's why I have no problem showing you that white screen, screen first. I have no problem with showing you that. That's something I'm not afraid of. But I've never seen anybody take a gray screen and just show a black screen against it. They're not going to show you that. It's not going to pull off. But if you're curious to see what that looks like, but wait a minute, let's go on there. That's greens versus a black screen on gray levels. So we beat the screen in their own element. It's a black screen. It's producing an image, a darker and better gray than a screen that's actually gray. Okay, let's go over to the green. Make the green, boom, 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 boom. Here comes the green. Now, let's go over and let's just show you straight black. And we're gonna put on a black screensaver. You'll see the image pop at the bottom saying its screen is black, all right? The projector is pushing out a black image at 20,000 to 1 contrast. You'll see what your screen will pull up at 20,000 to 1 contrast on just black hitting it. How much black can a gray screen pick up? There it is, it just loaded, pure black, as you're seeing right now. That's how much of a black level your screen will pick up. The Dark Star 9, it's going to pick up a darker level. It's a dark screen. It's designed to pick up contrast. So just so you can get the effect of that, because you're not really going to be able to see that because the screen's not picking up anything, we'll just run some light colors through it. So you can see that the screen is activated. Let me see what we got here. I might have pulled up. Make sure we got the right one. Here we go. There we go. See the colors pushing through it? So you can see that the screen is jet black. I love this particular test right here. This is another test. Contrast. They're going to play through. Let them run. I got tired of turning the camera to the side.
Don't sit around and complain about things. Do something.
We both believe that there's nothing Americans cannot achieve when we do it together.
I'm trying to keep this neutral as hard as I can. I really am. Just trying to keep it neutral. Okay. In this demonstration, the background is supposed to show straight black. This is how you pick up any form of dead pixels on your screen. We don't have a screen, so this is not going to bother us. But this is to show you the background is supposed to come up jet black. Remember when I showed you the color red? Remember? I showed you the color red, and you saw how faded the red looked on the screen. There you go. Get up close so you can see it. told you, you're not getting a brighter image when you deal with cheap mixes. You're not getting a brighter image. Now, when I say mix, this is my product I made myself. Like I said, basically white paint, 2 teaspoons of black. That's it. Let's just show you what you're getting. You need that contrast. Contrast is very important. See the detail on the flower? Look how it washes, how it all blends in there. Look at the detail here, and look at the detail there. But yet, look at the white levels on our black technology. Look at those white levels pulling up. All right, so let me give you something real quick before I lean out of here. I'm going to put this information so you can order the product. I'm going to talk to you about a few things real quick. Now, I've been putting out a lot of advertisement for the Christie projectors. I freaking love them. Projectors are worth their weight in gold. This is not a Christie, by the way. That's a 720p projector right there we're using in this demonstration. But I've been putting out a lot of demonstrations all about the Christies. The lamps for these projectors are a bit, because I've been doing my research on them. I ordered my first one, which was around $29. And that projector got here, lamp got here, and it had some complications. Better me lose my money than you. So, and that's going to be a plexiglass screen. We'll do that later on. So I lost my money in that. Not worried about that. It's only 30 bucks. So, the one I bought a legit one, a good one. But here's the crazy part about it. FedEx sent it someplace else. Well, here's the cool thing about it. The person who they sent it to, they did sign for it. They signed for my package. So the thing about it is, all my stuff is insured anyway. And the merchant, that was his only lamp. So I'm not filing a complaint against him. I'm going to file a complaint against FedEx, and since under my insurance bottom line that I have for shipping, that money goes right back into my account either way. So I'm not losing $75. It goes back in my account because I have proof that FedEx did not deliver my package to my address. Not only did they deliver it to the wrong address, but they allowed the person to sign for it. Don't you have to show ID when you sign for something? Because I have to show ID all the time when I sign for things. So you let somebody sign for my package that doesn't even have the same name on the package. Good job, FedEx. Good job. Not saying all of them don't do a good job. I've got packages from FedEx. They do a fantastic job. Keep in mind, I keep telling people, look, it happens. You're going to have some things are going to go wrong in shipping. It's going to happen. But you can't blame the whole entire company. You can blame that individuals that work for the company, that you can blame, but you can't blame the whole company. Some people want to just label the whole entire company, say, oh, FedEx is horrible, they're the devil, this, that, so on, so. No. You just have to blame that one person who just made that experience with that company bad. That's what you have been through. But I've been through this before. Like I said, I've done shipping back and forth, so on and so forth. I'm just glad that the merchant who I purchased from put signature confirm on the package. Thank you, because that was a very good idea, because by him doing that, if they ship it to the wrong place, at least we got somebody who signed for it. So there you go right there. And it's crazy, man. I can't believe I looked up and I was like, wait a minute, it got here like 10 a.m. like yesterday, and I'm looking out there ready to do this. Like, where's the package? I never saw it. Check the security cameras. The cameras only show like UPS and the mail person coming up to the house. No FedEx truck at all. And then I go back and check and it says, oh, so-and-so signed for it. So all I got to do is just go in, contact over FedEx, figure out who is the carrier on that day, figure out who signed for it, where's the address, where's the package located at. Chances are I don't want it, and I'll tell you why, because there's a projector lamp in there. And if that person dropped it, touched it, whatever happened, they could damage that lamp. So I went in and ordered another one. I'm going to spend a lot of money here. So I ordered another one. So when I went on there and ordered my lamps, there are only 3 companies that were selling them. Now when I go on there, it's like 8 or 9 companies selling these lamps now. So I got a good company that basically I can get as many as I want, because the one particular customer I did buy from, he only had one. I was just buying from one individual, which means once I bought that, I couldn't get any more in for that price. But now I have a company on there, and I just contacted them, asked them about the lamps that they have. And the lamp, interesting for Christie's, match all 3. I can buy the same serial number lamp and I can put it in all 3 projectors, which is fantastic. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? The Aussie man. I like that name, like Ozzy Osbourne. You listen to Ozzy Osbourne? I do. But yeah. So I went in. It cost me a bit much. It cost me $170 for the lamp. But consider the fact that what Christie's costs, it's well worth it. Due to the fact that these projectors can cost you $5 and $6 grand easily. The merchant who's selling those projectors, okay, I see. When I saw Ozzy, I was thinking about Ozzy Osbourne because I like Ozzy Osbourne. I like his music and all. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, I found a merchant, a couple of them. The one that had the more reasonable price was about $159 when I ordered from them. Yeah, those are classics, man. Those are classics. I go out there on my deck. I have my my portable speaker right over there, and I go out there on my deck out there, and I listen to a little Ozzy. And my neighbors, the other neighbors, they know, but the other neighbors I have across from me, they don't know, and they look at me like, okay, you know, you're not supposed to listen to that kind of music. Like, whatever. Listen to whatever I want to listen to. So anyway, it'll be coming in. The other one will be coming in a lot, and I'll be able to hook that up. But man, I've had some interesting. I'm trying to think this projector may be cursed, but like I said, I don't care. I'm going to still go in and get the lamp for it. Just cost me a little bit more, about $170. But at least I know that if I ever want to replace them, I can go to that company and get as many as I want, which I'm planning to do this week. As for anything else, that's basically about it. Oh yeah, check this out, man. I love showing off this screen, man. I love showing off this screen. Unfortunately, we can't ship overseas because of the COVID-19. PayPal has put restrictions in place that will now allow us to be able to ship overseas. We can't. A lot of our overseas customers have been going to been making orders and placing them within the United States, and then having whoever in the United States to basically take that order and ship it overseas. But that's what they've been doing, because now we can't really ship overseas. We found that out the hard way. We got a couple of restrictions that did pop up from PayPal telling us that there were going to be some restrictions in place. And then after that, we got a couple of orders in which we had to return the money right back to the account because we couldn't ship it out. It wouldn't allow us to print out the label. We were getting an error code. So I don't know how long they're going to have that for. Hopefully not long, because I have some business contacts overseas that, you know, they've been just buying just bulks of it and just basically having it shipped to an address within the U.S. So I'm going to show you the white levels. No, not a third-party carrier. More like they're buying the paint and they're having to ship it to a U.S. address. And then they're going, and then whoever they ship it by is whoever they ship it by, but they're shipping it overseas. But we can only make transactions within the United States only because of the overseas restrictions that we got because of COVID-19. So like I said, they've been ordering the paint, and having it shipped to a U.S. address. And then whoever at the U.S. address, I don't know how they're shipping it overseas, but that's how they're doing it now. So I just want to show you the white levels right there. I told you that the white levels on this technology, even though, like I said, these other screens can produce a higher white level, I told you in the description of the technology that, yeah, it's pretty crazy. But as I told you, when it comes to this technology, that that even though the white levels are going to be a tad low, nothing that's going to disrupt your picture quality, as you can see. Yeah, it's bad just everywhere. It's bad just everywhere. Amazon Prime, and I just ordered some more masks, but this time usually I have the regular masks that they use, but I went out and got myself some pretty cool ones because I figured I'd be wearing them for a while. So I went out and got these masks that light up with the LED LEDs in them. I saw one that actually makes the facial expression, but it's all digital robot. Like if I smile, there's a digital face that comes across. I ordered one of them. Some other ones. I show them off when I get them. When I get them here, I'll show them off. But I got a couple really cool ones. But hopefully we get a vaccine for this, because it'd be nice to get a vaccine. Can you imagine if we do have a successful vaccine for this and everything goes back to somewhat normal? Man, I'm telling you, man, I'm hugging everybody. Even the people I don't even like. I'm hugging them. Matter of fact, I'm taking them all out to dinner. Same thing. Traveling, Australia is definitely one of them. So like I said, this is a customer overseas right now. He ordered all this. This is his order. Now I like it where I'm at, man. I love where I'm at, man. And I got plans to buy a house a little farther out. Between this area, a little farther out, but I like it up here. Besides, not to be rude or anything, but man, you guys got some crazy spiders over there, man. And I'm not a big fan of spiders. I just found out that my niece lives over in Texas, and she said they got something called a wolf spider out there. So keep in mind, I don't look at this stuff because I don't like spiders. So I go over, and I mean, I ain't afraid to kill one. If I got to kill one, I got to take it. I got to take it. It's definitely going to be him, not me. But man, I don't look up spiders because there's no point. It's not something that's going to be in my interest. I'm like, what the freak is a wolf spider? Yeah, that would be a problem, man. That's not something I'm going to take lightly. Like, I'll go online on eBay and order me a flamethrower. Whole neighborhood got to go. I'm sorry, I got to burn everything down. I see something that big. Nah, I'm good. That's too big of a spider. But anyway, this is a customer to show you. This is a customer right here. He's from overseas. He ordered a bulk of paint, and this is being shipped to a U.S. address, and from there it's being shipped overseas. That's how they're doing it now. So that's half of his order. So that's 4 gallons right there. Then he came and he ordered another 3 gallons. So they're ordering it by bulk, so they have enough of it. I don't know what they're using it for, but do I care? No. You know what I mean? Oh, so real quick, for those you've been asking about, I've done this video already before, but I'm gonna do it again. Just a few minutes ago, I just showed you on how you can build a projection screen using a bed sheet projection screen. Because I have some people saying, well, you know, they'll buy the blackout cloth. There's no point in buying blackout cloth. You're just going to paint over it anyway. So what's the point? So not to take money out of somebody's pocket, but if you're going to spend $50, $60, $70, $80 for a blackout cloth, right? You can just get a bed sheet. It doesn't have to be a gray or white. It can be printed. Doesn't make a difference. All right. So we're going to take this screen right here. This is my bed sheet projection screen, which I should have you guys on the trod over here. Should be on this right here. Make it a little easier myself. All right, there you go. Got you guys over here. Let me go grab me a charger too. Yeah. So I figured while I'm doing this, whoever has my lamp, this lamp was delivered yesterday around 10 o'clock, which means they had plenty enough time to come to my house and give me my merchandise, which they didn't. So this is what's going to happen because I got that person's signature and I do have their address. I am going to go in and get my money put back on my account. The merchant has insurance, so he's good. We can both prove, I can prove to him that somebody did sign for this package that wasn't mine. And the person who now FedEx has the information, of course, the driver is going to be reprimanded for this nonsense. And those who have the package in possession, it's going to have to pay back PayPal for their money because PayPal is going to go after them to get their money. They're not going to go after the merchant. They're going to go for 2 people. They're going to go either from there or they're going to go over to FedEx. Somebody's got to pay that money back. So there you go. But man, I'm going to find out who the driver was on that shift because that is some dumb nonsense. Like, oh no, you can sign for this package. Oh, who cares if your name doesn't match? Go ahead and sign for it. I trust that you're going to get this to the. Imagine that was a freaking iPhone I had in there, or something crazy like a projector. Oh man, if it's a projector, I'm driving to find that person's house. I'm definitely going to their house to get my projector. Definitely going to the house to get my projector. Ham the whole thing. And one thing, don't have anything shipped by FedEx. We're not just saying, I can't say the whole company because that's wrong. I apologize. All right, just real quick, just that particular individual, because I never had a problem with FedEx anyway. Just to that one particular individual. Probably saying, what the freak am I looking at, Ken? That's a projection screen made out of a bed sheet. That's what that is. A printed bed sheet at that. So that's why I said instead of going out and spending all this money for black alcohol, because I've had customers ask me about this saying, well, you know, I want a 120 inch screen, I want a 150 inch screen. I don't want to spend $60, $70 for black alcohol if I'm just going to paint over it. Then just go buy a bed sheet. I paid $9.44 for that bed sheet right there you're looking at right now. And I stapled down onto a frame. $9.44. Now the screen behind it is also using the bed sheet. Ah, you didn't know that, did you? Yeah, it's using the bed sheet. I'll show you. Back of the screen. I'm going to show you. A bed sheet. This is a gray bed sheet. Stapled down to some wood. Yep, right here. This is the bed sheet. Yep, all made out of a bed sheet. This is a printed bed sheet. That's a gray bed sheet. Yep. Didn't know it. Look how smooth that is. Figure out what you're going to build your screen out of. Just go over and just buy yourself a cheap bed sheet. Or you could say, well, you know, I might want to do a screen bigger. Set the grass real quick. I had a video in here I want to show you. Oh, here, I found it. So you might want to do a screen bigger than a bed sheet. Well, let me see. Gotta remember videos that I do a lot of videos, show a lot of videos. But if you want to do a screen, your screen will be bigger than a king size bed sheet. As I said before, they got this Surface on Amazon. It's a basic outdoor white screen. That's what it is. So for $48, you can get a 150 inch screen. I used them before for the backyard screens, for the driveway screen. And pretty much it's a nice surface. You staple that down to a frame. And then what you do is you just cut the black border off, which has grommets, and you coat that with our technology. Well, first you want to prime that first, because the sheets you don't have to prime because it's a very thin surface. It's not going to absorb that much paint. But when it's thick, it's going to absorb in a lot of paint. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I think if I can find it. I think this might be it, I'm not sure. If that's not it, I'll be tracking another one. No, I think I found this one. Hold on. Hold on. Put you guys a little closer up. Okay. There we go. All right. Another one.
My mother and father, what
Yeah,
brought them
gotta go by.
together was the civil
Don't worry
rights
about it. Go
movement.
by.
She'd tell my sister Maya and me, don't sit around and complain about things. Do something.
I got it.
A job's about a lot more than a paycheck.
There, I want to jump into
In
it.
my plan, 50% of emergency small business relief would be reserved for the smallest businesses. Building wealth for families of color. Building a future worthy of their courage and their ambition.
Here it comes. Yeah, I know. That's why I sit there and I watch fish all day. All right, hold on for a minute. It's called Focus Volume 2 8K at 60 frames per second. That's what you want to look right there. What I'll do is, okay, so when this video is over, if you're curious about looking at those videos right there, because I watch those to relax, I'll put a link where you get to watch the videos from, okay? Because I use those myself to relax. Actually, I'm thinking about doing a ceiling screen pretty soon, because they're pretty easy, fun to watch and look at. All right, let's do Tron on here real quick. Let's do Tron in 235.1. It's not going to come in 235.1, trust me, because like I said, it's not formatted for it. But that's what we're going to do. I'm gonna see something real quick.
Yo, JD here, Terrell Lewis, and today, since we've got Silver Sun this weekend,
That's not what I wanted. I gotta find, let me see, game, racing trailer, racing, cockpits. Find a way here. Just curious. Kind of helps if it's in a widescreen format. Let's see if I can find it in a widescreen format.
Under my plan, 50% of emergency small business relief would be reserved for the smallest businesses.
No. That has somebody set up. That's not what I wanted. I was trying to find something like in a more of a kind of a gaming cockpit simulator. Like you can see it in 235.1, but for some reason I just can't seem to find. Let's see, gameplay trailer. Let's see if we can find game play trailer. Let's see if we can find something on that. Everybody has talking in there about something. Let's find something in here. Well, because I can't find anything in here. I'll have to do some research and figure out where I can find something pretty cool. Because right now there's a ton of videos of people explaining exactly how and why, but I don't need how and why. I need to just see. Let me see something for a minute. Hopefully I'm going to be talking behind the back of it.
Hawkins, we just got raised to Alert 1. Plans have changed.
Just want to see something. For some reason, flight simulators and freaking racing simulators are insane on 235.1. Those are insane to play because you got such a wide screen spectrum when you're doing flight simulators. It's better on curve. Trust me, it is much better on curve. But with curve, there's a lot of freaking stuff you got to do, man. Some people you got to run 2 projectors and you got to use warp software. It's a whole lot of stuff, man, going on with curve. But that is the best way to do flight, which is on curve. But I've done it in 235.1. I got to start studying that more. I want to do some gaming simulators. I really want to do some. I want a really good mech simulator. That'd be really cool. Hey, PS5, Xbox, your new system's coming out. For goodness sakes, bring out a freaking decent mech game and with a decent massive controller. That would be really nice. Update version of Steel Battalion, not that freaking Connects nonsense, because that was freaking a nightmare on so many levels. Like, if you ever played Steel Battalion on the Xbox with that freaking 52 or 100 button controller, that was literally, if you had the liberty of actually playing that game, that was like playing a real mech simulator. Like, it couldn't get any realer than that. It was amazing. So, you know, that game was incredible, man. It was incredible. If you're a big-time gamer, man, and you ever played Steel Battalion, if you're into mechs, that game had an eject button on it. I mean, literally an eject button. So if you're playing this game and depending on exactly what level you beat that they came up with that was similar to that. So whatever level you beat, that was the mech. Now keep in mind, you can go online and get your rumble on with other people, whatever mech you basically upgraded on that particular level that you played. But that little eject button sitting over there and all those other buttons was so important, because if you died in that game, you literally died in that game, which means all of your freaking saves on your hard drive got wiped. A lot of you not think I'm joking. Look it up if you think I'm joking on that game. If your mech was badly damaged and you didn't eject and it blew up with you in it, that system was designed to wipe your save clean off your hard drive and you start from the beginning. So you better remember where the eject button was. So keep in mind, when Kinects came out and the Xbox 360, they were announcing they were going to bring back Steel Battalion, but they made it so you had to run it through the Kinects, and it was garbage. Garbage. So I'm like, please, come on, for goodness sakes. I mean, at that time when I had Steel Battalion, the biggest TV I had was 27 inches. That was it. Now I designed these giant screens. I would love to have a mech simulator cockpit that I can set up. I'll build that thing myself. You can just have the controller to fit in there. But for God's sakes, please, freaking Microsoft or PS5 or whatever, you know what I mean? Build a freaking decent mech game with a massive monster controller with foot pedals, so you can go into tank mode if you wanted to. Oh, that'd be sweet, man. That would be sweet. I'll invest in a 4K projector then. I don't even want to invest in a 4K projector, but I would have that thing hooked up. So it's the biggest screen I can put in this place. As a matter of fact, I take down that 35-inch screen. I'm pretty sure I can put 150 or 160 in there somewhere. I would move all this out, put 160 in, and then, oh yeah, definitely. Oh, I got the whole entire upstairs. I forgot. I don't even use upstairs anymore. I got the master bedroom. I don't even use the master bedroom. I'll turn the master bedroom, the whole entire wall, into one big, huge simulator screen and hook up that that's not a bad idea. I mean, I got the whole, I don't use the whole house. I don't. I got a giant basement I use for work. That's basically about it. But I got a master bedroom over top me. It's freaking huge. I don't use it for anything. I just throw stuff in it. That's it. I can use all the walls. There's nothing in there. I just move everything up to the attic and just clear out that room and put in a giant, massive wraparound screen in there for my PS5. I can run two. Okay, so let's see. I got to run two projectors. So any projector I got in here that basically has that blend software is the Sony FH36. I'll buy that one right there. Has an extended long throw lens, so I can't use it upstairs. I need a normal long throw lens. So I'll buy two of those, mend those screens together to make one giant wraparound screen, and then set my PS5 upstairs and just put one gaming chair in the room and just surround it all with speakers. That's what I'm gonna do. That's gonna be my dedicated room for the PS5, and I'm getting the Xbox system too, because I just saw that they announced Fable. I'm a huge fan of Fable. I'm gonna do half of the room in green neon and the other half in blue. That's what I'm gonna do when I set it up. So yeah, I'm gonna convert the entire upstairs. I don't use the bedroom anyway. I'm gonna convert it into a giant gaming room. It's got to figure out what walls I'm going to use to build it. You know, let's go have a look. Let's have a look on what we're going to build. This is the next project, the PS4 project. And so it begins from this day on. Start to build the ultimate gaming room, giant screen. I don't think it's a giant screen. I want a massive, giant screen in there. So let's go take a look in there. There's nothing in the room. Everything's gone out of the room. So really quick, this is where all my stuff is at. I told you I had an Xbox system. Just don't use it. These are all my toys in here. All the stuff is boxed up. New controllers, so the root. All my boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. If I can just do it. There you go. All the stuff I collected, boxes of stuff, all this stuff, everything. Gaming systems, everything, all packed up in there. I don't even touch any of this stuff. Oh, that sounded expensive. See? Got all that stuff in there. Just don't bother with it. I don't bother with any of it. Look at this. Right there. Halo statue in a box. Helmet. Anything you can possibly name, I got it in there. I got the whole entire attic up there too filled with stuff. I don't even touch anymore. This is the room right here to build. That's my old screen right there to build a screen at. Where would I put it at? Oh, this room. Where we put it at? Curtains have got to go first. Where do we put it at? I don't really want to see any window light in here. I just want a big screen. That's what I want. So where do we start from? I want a big screen. We have to mount the projectors behind here. If I want to do a whole screen, so it's going to have to go, if I put the two projectors behind me here, one there and one there, and they're designed to link together, I could probably get the screen to come start from here and then wrap around here and then connect here. So from ceiling to floor, we can do a whole entire curved screen for gaming right there. That'd be sick, wouldn't it? I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I can sit right here in the center, right there, and I can have my screen start from there and just wrap around from there, from ceiling to floor. And I'll put the two projectors behind me. That would be nice. Because I got a radiator here, that's why I don't want to heat the screen up. So we'll start it from here. We'll start the screen here. We'll start the screen off from here, from ceiling to floor, and we'll wrap it. I don't care about the window, and bring it right to there. And then we'll have it from ceiling to floor, and that'll be good. Right there. And then we'll set up a rack here, over here, and I'll just mount the projectors right there side by side. So I can basically do the curved screen. Now I have a buddy of mine, he's pretty good at basically doing warp. I'll have to bring him in here. I usually don't want anybody in here because of the whole thing, but you know, where he works at, they test him all the time. A friend of mine who comes up, she works at the airport, they test him all the time, so I trust being around them, but everybody else, no. All right, so I'll have him come up and set up my warp software. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a ceiling to floor, and then keep in mind, I can't put it too much because we got a fan right here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wrap it right around here. Since it's got a plug back here, which is good, we can run some LED lights back behind here. Over here, that's how we're gonna do it. And I'll just put myself a nice little sitting area here, and we'll put some speakers in. That's what we'll do. Okay. Let's drop some blueprints and do some shopping. Start working on building a giant screen up here. Yep. Gotta do something with this area. I told you I got a master bedroom over top me. I was telling people, because I sleep on a sofa downstairs, and everybody was like, why do you sleep on a sofa downstairs? I don't really like to sleep upstairs too much, I'm telling you. I really don't like sleeping upstairs. I don't. Even when I get the other house I'm looking at is 5,000 square feet. It is freaking huge. 5,000 square feet, 4 acres. This house I'm looking at, and the bedroom is twice the size of this. The bedroom is twice the size of this room right here. And I'm not going to sleep upstairs. I'm going to have everything. When you see the house, I'm going to have everything set up downstairs. I'm getting those straight, big, giant, massive sectional sofas that got the giant cushions. Going to set up a 250-inch screen because the ceilings in the house are huge. And I'm going to set everything up like I have downstairs. The same way, it's just going to be a more high-end upgrade version of it. I'm just not sleeping upstairs. There's no point. I just don't want to be up there. Why get a house that big and you basically don't sleep upstairs? I just don't sleep upstairs. And this is the office over the stairs if you ever go upstairs. See upstairs the attic. I was going to turn that into a gaming room, but yeah, that could be a nightmare up there for my equipment. Yep. But yeah. So anyway, it's gonna gotta get back to work. I was just thinking about that. You know, I want to set it up down here for my gaming system, but tell you the truth, down here I'm getting the screen that rolls. I told you I'm going to get that motorized projection screen that rises up. This is going to come down. I'm going to put that someplace else. I haven't decided where I was going to put that at, but I'm going to get a motorized screen that goes up and down. Actually, I'm going to be ordering that pretty soon because my birthday is coming up, and that's what I'm getting for my birthday. I'm going to get that motorized floor retractable screen so I can rise it up and down, and that way I can see the window, because when it snows outside, it looks beautiful outside. So I want to be able to see all that. I want more window light to come in. So that's what we're going to do with that right there. All right, with that being said, got some ideas already kicking in my head. So now I got to get online. I got to do a ton of research on warp software, because I need some way to curve that screen. Now this is the projector I'm showing you that has that capability. The only one that has it, if you want to do that. Okay, so out of the projectors, this right here is a Sony VPL FH36. It has blend software already built in the projector, software already in its projector. So all I have to do is have two of these connected together, and there is an option in this projector that basically says blending. That's it. It's a one button press. There's no synchronizing the projectors and none of that nonsense. You just put both of them together, synchronize the video on both of them, and then boom, they just connect together. Just like that. Yet easy. But these things are $800 a piece. I got lucky to get this one for $350. But I'm just going to have to find, if I can get two of them for $5 or $6, I'm just going to have to spend $1,200 and just get two of these bad boys. That's what I need. These are 5200 lumens, 1920 by 1200. So I'm going to need these to do that wraparound screen for the PS5. That's what I'm going to do. I was going to do it on the floor's motorized projection screen, but nope. I figure I'm going to just turn that whole entire upstairs into a giant screen. That's what I'm going to do. So I can sit there and play my gaming systems, because what is not going to be, I mean, it's going to be insane playing Forza, because I'm going to have my Xbox and everything hooked up there. Forza, or basically doing any form of game, and that's what I want to do. And that way, what I can do is I can put a couple of well, I'm not going to have any CDs or anything, because I'm doing everything through downloading. But I'm going to buy me a cockpit gaming simulator, which I want, and hopefully if they do mech games or anything like that. Can you imagine playing Steel Battalion on a giant curved screen? That's going to be sick. So I got some research to do, because I have to research how to curve the screen out. Oh, I forgot about that. I got a buddy who does that. He can teach me some of that stuff. All right, with that being said, I got a project set up. We're going to start working upstairs on. I am going to have somebody, I'm going to actually do it myself. I'm going to paint the walls white up there. I want everything white, because when that blue neon hits it and that green, boom, it's going to look freaking insane. Yes. Now, as for the floors, they are wooden. Not going to touch those, but I can get some kind of flooring that they make, these 3D floorings for the floors and stuff. I'm going to put that on the floor. I make the floor like it's actually sinking in. So I am going to get some kind of 3D flooring for the floor. Something I can take up, because keep in mind, when I leave from here, this house is going to somebody else, and I'm going to move to the other house. But until then, might as well have some fun while I'm here. All right, with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I'll be showing like bit by bit progress as I start working on upstairs. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I'll put some information at the bottom we can order the screen paint from, and then we'll all be good to go. I got to get out of here, because I contract my driver so she can pick up this stuff and pick up the rest of my supplies, so I can get everybody else taken care of. All right, with that being said, gotta go, and God bless.